Fashion line Balenciaga is in a lot of hot water after releasing an ad campaign sexualizing children. The holiday campaign features photos of child models you see here holding teddy bears in leather, resembling bondage gear. The fashion brand also used an image of a Supreme Court opinion in a child pornography case as a prop to promote a handbag. Balenciaga has apologized and says it's suing the production company and set designer who are supposedly responsible, but many people aren't buying it. And joining me now to talk more about this is Patrina Mosley with the National Center for Public Policy Research and a Project 21 member. Patrina, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me and discussing this important story.
Very important. Balenciaga seeking $25 million in damages from the production company and the set designer. But let's be honest, let's take a step back. And are they really trying to say that they didn't know about this? Come on.
Yeah, I find that hard to believe. And I think they're throwing the photographers and all the artistic people under the bus. This had to go through so many hands to get approved. And really, when you pull this thread, it just makes you wonder what else is going on. After they issued that apology, another campaign resurfaced where they had the book of a well-known artist who's known for his child abuse, sexual images, the occult, satanic rituals, and cannibalism. So you mean to tell me that that book of an artist who's well known for these disturbing scenes just happened to be placed in the background of one of your fashion campaigns? It's not a coincidence. So I think this is one thread that's being pulled, and we're going to see a lot more, not just from Balenciaga, but from other major fashion brands as well.
Yeah, it's like an onion. When you start peeling it, you start finding more and more stuff. I mean, this ad is disgusting, period, right? And then you have celebrities like Kim Kardashian issuing statements saying that she's reevaluating her relationship. Patrina, what is there to reevaluate? I mean, this is a hard no.
A hard no, and this is just another example of the enablement of people who are sexualizing children, encouraging and engaging in pedophilia. We can't have that. I mean, right now, we still do not know who were the clients frequenting Jeffrey Epstein's island. For years, he went undetected. He went unaccountable for the actions he was doing, and we still don't know who was going to the island. So this is, again, another example of how the elite has this secret, keep your mouth shut, don't say anything, just keep the paychecks coming program. And I'm so happy to see that people are pushing back against this. And I think that's because we have parents and people in their right mind who survived the, to use the word of the year, gaslighting, that these things weren't happening, that our children weren't being groomed. They are. Because when you do the math and the curriculum in the schools using pornography, encouraging children to mutilate their bodies with irreversible sexual decisions, I mean, you add those things up together, what do you get? So this is just another thing on the plate of we got to say no to and push back hard.
Normalizing sexualization of children. I mean, this can't be okay. And you're just talking about, you know, the surgeries that are not reversible, the puberty blockers. How did we get here, Patrina?
I don't know. And it's happened so fast. I will say that it seems like everything has been in turbo mode since Obergefell, since 2014. And we've seen just this radical sex indoctrination happening on our children. Now, adults can make their own decisions, but when it comes after children, we have a major problem. And it seems like we've been in overdrive since 2014. And I really say this, since COVID, where parents had the opportunity to see what was being taught to their kids in the classroom, a lot of eyes have been opened. And so I think we're really going to see parental pushback once again, not just when it comes to education and with the elections that happened in Virginia, but also when it comes to pedophilia. We cannot allow 1 inch of this to stand. Our children are our last defensive hope for this country.
Yeah, you know, the parental movement, that whole thing has taken a life on its own. I mean, the parents in Virginia, they helped elect Youngkin as their governor. So that's a whole movement on its own. I want to ask you this before we wrap up. I mean, how far we have come from Brooke Shields' Calvin Klein ads, right, to this?
So far. I mean, we've gone from, you know, women's empowerment to body positivity to let's sexually abuse a child for the art of fashion. And we can't allow that to happen. This is one step too far. And I believe that there's going to be more to come on this. There are people in this industry that know more of what's been happening for years. And I want to encourage them. This is the time to speak up.
Yeah. This is the time. You know, going back to this whole thing, this whole photo shoot, it makes you wonder, like, nobody at any point said, hey, what is this? This doesn't seem right. Even the parents of these children. I mean, if I have two little girls, if I walk in and I'm seeing something like this, I'm like, this doesn't look right. What's happening here?
I mean, right, you even have children who are taken to these drag queen story hours by their parents. So we definitely have some outliers out there who are just all in lockstep with this radical left-wing agenda. But there has to be enough of us who are in their right minds to say no. And somebody out there knows there are people who have been enabling the Epstein pedo ring, people that enable the Harvey Weinstein, what they call casting couch. And now we see that happening with, we can call Fashion Gate. Balenciaga is just the first brand to fall. So those who are enabling should enable no more. And this is the time to say no.
Yeah.
I mean, right now we already have a term for this group of people who enjoy sexualizing children, and they're called MAPS.
Yeah.
We should have no terms for them, which, for those who don't know, MAPS means minor attracted people. We should have no terms for them outside of pedophile. And that behavior deserves to be punished.
Yeah.
So somebody needs to go to jail.
Yeah, we need to protect our children at all costs. Patrina Mosley, thank you so much for joining us. Project 21 member, thank you.
Thank you.
Arizona